Hi everybody, this is Felicia, and I'm bringing you a layout today using the I Am collection from Simple Stories. The pattern paper that you see me use right here is from Simple Stories. The aqua cardstock is from American Crafts, and all of those little yellow 6x6 pieces come from the Studio Calico paper pad from a while ago. That strip right there that you see me using is also from the I Am collection. So this photo is of my two little favorite people in the world. And they are on a bike ride, learning how to ride their bikes for the first time for a long distance, that is. I mean, they've been on them a few times prior to, but they actually biked from the park, and for them half a mile is a long distance because it's a half a mile there and then it's a half a mile back. So they both have training wheels on their bikes, and I have to tell you a little bit of story about it. So what happened was my granddaughter, she decided that she wanted to get a bike the same as her brother, and they both have training wheels on them. Well, at that time they both did, and she wanted to ride like her bigger brother. Unfortunately, we couldn't take the training wheels off. Her mom didn't want to take the training wheels off, so we decided to leave them on. But this was their first bike ride at a distance, and they did really well. And when we got to the park, they were exhausted, of course, and everything. But what we did was we packed a lunch, and we had a good time there. We sat down and ate our lunches and everything like that. So now, mind you, I did not bike to the park. I usually do bike a lot, but I didn't bike to the park. I met them at the park because I had to take the dog. The dog did not want to ride alongside, nor did she want to get in the bike trailer, which is what we were trying to do. So I ended up driving Buffy, the dog, um, to the park, which Buffy was the laziest pit bull I have ever seen, but she was the sweetest pit bull I have ever known. So, anyway, so that's how we all ended up at the park at the same time. Um, so we had a little picnic there, and we ate, and we had a great time there. The kids enjoyed themselves and everything, and I took a few photos. And you see this photo here is David's kissing his sister on the forehead because he was congratulating her at such a good job of riding her bike so well. So he decided that he wanted to give her some accolades and give her the kiss. So I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, so that was the story behind this photo. I just had to capture that moment, and um, it was a great time though that day. It was June, and it was pretty hot though that day, but we had a good time anyway. So now what I'm doing is I'm gluing all these pieces down. You saw me use my Tim Holtz distress tool there to edge the top part of the papers because I wanted to look like they were kind of oldish. Well, not really oldish, but kind of tattered. Um, so I wanted that look on those pieces of paper this time. And I am gluing them down here and roughing up the edges because I want to make it look more distressed. So I'm just flicking up the edges there. Boy, my fingers are moving fast. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so all of the pieces that I'm using other than those yellow 6x6 pieces and the aqua are from the I Am collection. So all of the die cuts that I'm getting ready to glue down here, and the bike, the stickers, and with the stickers, those were a little tricky. I'll explain to you that you just have to be very, very careful when you pull in the stickers off of that sheet because they are ripped very easily and they're very, very delicate and thin. So when you go to pull those off, just be careful. Um, so those tabs right there are also from the I Am collection. And I was going to at first put 3 on each one of those yellow papers, but I changed my mind. I thought it would look a little bit more interesting with a tab at the top. So that's what I did. So here you see me fooling around here with that very delicate, and I'm moving kind of slow, even though the video shows it's speeded up. I'm moving pretty slow to poke out the little excess there, and I'm delicately putting it down, kind of mashing it down there. And then there was a portion of it that didn't stick, so I'm going to be um, fixing that soon here too as well with my little fine line point there, and I got the Scotch Quick Dry glue in there. So there you see me fixing it a little bit. And I'm also using that same glue to put down the foil colored die cuts there, die cut pieces. And putting some on there. So I'm situating all of those little die cut pieces and using some glue. It was a lot easier than to get the ATG gun out to try to get glue in that little thin area of that arrows, both arrows actually, so I just decided to use glue. So anyway, so once we were done at the park there, of course we ate pretty good there. We decided to go ahead and leave, and they biked all the way back home. And they did a good job for their first time out at that distance. I mean, a half a mile for children that age is a big deal, especially when they're on training wheels. So it was really interesting to see how well they did. So I think now my grandson is no longer on training wheels, but my granddaughter still is, I think, because she doesn't ride her bike as often. So I think she still has her training wheels. Those let's see, cork circles are from a Studio Calico kit. So I decided to use and those are the last of them. I used a few of them up on some other layouts, but those are the last of the cork circles there from that kit. So I'm thinking here, trying to figure out, is there something else I need to do? And of course there is. Cleaning off that tip there before it gets gummed up. So I found another piece of paper that would go with this layout, and that was in my scraps, and so I just kind of roughed up the edges and then put that up there as well. And I think yes, there we go. I'm pulling off the rest of that adhesive paper there to cut those circles, because I like it when they kind of hang off the edge. I like that hang off the edge, so you just kind of put it on, then you cut it off, and I like that look there. And then I just took the excess piece right there and put it up there. And there is another excess piece to those cork circles, but I'm going to put it on the bottom of the layout, and you'll probably see that in the finishing photos there at the end. So now I'm cutting up my journaling card so that I can get that in the right spot. Of course, I don't end up using that journaling card. I end up using a shorter one. So I decided to put a little bit of hand stitching on this layout, and just thought I would do it like kind of like on the edge there. And I'm using the ruler to kind of get straight lines. So when I poke the holes, they'll be straight. Using my Tim Holtz piercer and that little piercing pad there, and that is from Basil. Okay, so now I'm going to glue the ends down with some tape. The reason why I put tape on my ends when I'm stitching is it doesn't create any bulk, and plus you don't have that issue of maybe the knot coming through the paper and then tearing the paper. So it's just to make it flat and so that you don't have too much dimension there. So there, I'm all done with the stitching part. And I go a little slower at the end, so you'll be able to see some of the more detail of the stitching. And I decided to finish out the title and put I am blessed. I was just going to put blessed, but I changed my mind and decided to put I am blessed. Adding a few stickers, and that's also from the I am collection. And then I'm going to get a few word phrases and add it on to the I am collection as well. So I think I am just about done here, I think. Oh, nope, just kidding. Pulling out some die cuts there, adding a few more of those on as well. So I'm getting all of those added on. Putting on the Let's see, a few more die cuts. I think I'm looking for a few more die cuts at this point, but right now I'm just pulling out the enamel dots. So I'm putting the aqua colored on the colored paper so that it doesn't blend into the background of the aqua paper, and some gold on the aqua paper. So right now I'm putting them all down in the sections there. And I think, let's see, what am I getting ready to do here? Oh, the journaling. So that journaling card is shorter than the original card. I decided to shorten it a little bit. And it just pretty much says that always looking forward to hanging out with each other, David and Faith. And I decided to not use the circles and use some of the remnants there left over from the pop darts. Don't want to waste anything. So I can 3D that whole entire section. So now I'm putting that down, putting the date on the side, and then I'm all done. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching, and be sure to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. See, I decided I'd slow down for you. And take care, guys. Bye-bye.